Welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're going to do something interesting. We're going to take one single team meeting and look at it from three totally different points of view. And, it's pretty wild how the exact same events can look so different to the people in the room. You ever walk out of a meeting and just feel like you were in a completely different room than everyone else? Yeah. Well, that's what we're digging into. We're going to look at this one meeting during a super busy week to see where things went wrong, why communication just fell apart, and what we can actually learn from it. All right, let's jump in. Okay, so let's set the scene. This isn't just any company meeting. The whole place is under a ton of pressure. I'm talking tight deadlines, high stakes. Every single decision about their goods and services feels like it could make or break things. So yeah, the pressure is on. All right, first up, let's step into the manager's shoes. Her name is Amanda Brown. Now, Amanda, she didn't just wander into this meeting. Oh, no. She came in with a very clear problem in her sights, and she was on a mission to solve it. From Amanda's point of view, the issue was crystal clear. Nobody was focused. All this chit-chatting, as she saw it, was just a huge roadblock. It was derailing the conversation and getting in the way of the company's top priorities. And you can see how the dots connect for her, right? For Amanda, this was all about one thing: efficiency. Wasted time? That means delays. Delays? That means costs start piling up. And that chit-chat was the number one enemy standing between her and the results she absolutely had to deliver. Okay, let's completely switch gears now. Let's see this exact same meeting, but from a totally different angle. This is Arthur Thompson. He's on the team. He's in the room. But man, his experience could not be more different. See, for Arthur, this wasn't about control or efficiency. It was just feeling completely and utterly swamped. He had so much on his plate that the meeting itself just felt overwhelming. How are you supposed to be productive when you're just trying to keep your head above water? And what's so interesting is that Arthur saw the same things Amanda did. He saw the chit-chat, he saw the delays, but for him, it wasn't some big strategic problem. No, it was a personal pressure cooker. It was just one more thing getting in the way of him actually doing his job. Okay, and now for our third and final perspective. And this one is key. Meet Marcy Green. She's the one who is actually doing what the manager called chit-chatting. And as you can probably guess, her side of the story is, well, it's completely different. And this, right here, is the heart of the whole problem. Marcy wasn't trying to be a distraction. Her story is really about frustration. She genuinely thought she was adding value, sharing important ideas, but she just felt totally and completely misunderstood. So while Amanda and Arthur are seeing these distractions throwing the whole meeting off track, Marcy sees herself as trying to solve the problem. She thought she was connecting the dots, bringing up good points, but instead of feeling heard, she just felt dismissed, like her voice didn't matter at all. So there it is. That's the clash, plain and simple. What one person calls chit-chat that's wasting time, another person sees as their genuine intention to contribute something valuable. This is the exact point where communication just shatters. Okay, so we've got three people, one meeting, and three totally different stories. So what really happened? How do we figure this out? Let's try to put the pieces of this puzzle together. And that's the million-dollar question, right? So who was right? Well, the surprising answer is that, in a way, they all were. And at the same time, none of them were. Each person was stuck in their own perspective, and nobody was seeing the full picture. Let's step back and look at this objectively for a second. The reality is, everyone walked in with good intentions. Amanda just wanted the team to hit its goals. Arthur just wanted to get his work done, and Marcy genuinely wanted to help by sharing ideas. But there were gaps, big ones. Amanda overloaded the agenda, making it impossible to manage time. Arthur had concerns, but he never said a word. And Marcy, well, she spoke up a lot, but she wasn't always focused. So what you're seeing here is a classic communication breakdown. It's not one person's fault. It's what happens when a whole group of people, all with good intentions, just fail to understand where the others are coming from. They couldn't bridge those gaps between their different styles and concerns, and the whole thing just fell apart. So, what's the fix? How do you stop this from happening in your meetings? Well, the answer isn't to just tell people to shut up or to rush through everything. It's about creating a better structure, a clear agenda, a way to communicate that's more objective, and making sure everyone actually gets a chance to participate. Here's the crucial takeaway.
A great meeting isn't just about what's on the agenda. It's about having a shared understanding of how you're going to talk about it. It really all comes down to creating an environment where all these different working styles can actually work together, where everyone feels like they're being heard.
So let's bring this back to you. Think about your next meeting. Which one of these people are you? Are you the Amanda, driving for results? Are you the Arthur, quietly trying to stay focused? Or are you the Marcy, eager to jump in and contribute? And maybe the more important question is, now that you can see all three perspectives, what can you do to help bridge those gaps and make sure everyone leaves feeling like they were in the same room?